Disney hired fake animators just to trick us. It's crazy. They built an entire studio and filled it with people just to look busy. Real quick, let me explain. So back in the day, Disney really celebrated its animation legacy. This is when they were killing the game with animated hit after hit after hit. To give us fans an inside look into the process of making an animated movie, Disney decided to do something unusual, make an entire fake animation studio at Disney World. Basically,
originally it was conceived as a stop in the tour of the animation attraction, and you would look through these windows and you would see animators working, and they were just going to be people, like, I think for the most part, pretending to do things.
Things changed when the Disney executives realized the artists they hired to be pretend animators could actually animate, and that's when things got crazy. So Disney would give them small scenes on major movies to animate, and the artists got better and better, and eventually, Disney was so impressed that they let them make their own movies. This small, quote-unquote, pretend studio went on to make some Disney classics, like Mulan and even Lilo and Stitch. I wanted to share the story because I feel like people don't remember that Disney had a Florida animation studio back in the day. So I think it's really creative and fun to be able to actually see how these animators were working. I feel like if I was a kid and I saw that, I would be going crazy. But on the flip side though, these animators are making really, really good animation, and also they have people watching them. Like, can you imagine trying to get your animation done on a tight deadline? You're drawing Simba doing something, trying to focus, and you have a little kid banging on the glass, or those random couples that are always in line just staring at you. So the fact that they were able to make great animation in those conditions make those animators maybe even better than the regular Disney animators. I don't know. So if you take a look at some of the projects that this Florida animation studio worked on, I was actually really surprised to see that they had such a big impact on a lot of memorable scenes. Like, these are the people who animated the Be Our Guest sequence from Beauty and the Beast, which is amazing. It's one of the most memorable scenes in the movie, and they absolutely killed it. I mean, even just looking at it today, it's a huge spectacle, tons of characters, lots of lighting, and obviously the music is great too. It all comes together to make a really great sequence. And then it says they worked on I Just Can't Wait to Be King from The Lion King, which again, another memorable scene. The art direction was really great as they kind of played more into Simba's imagination and were able to change the designs up a little bit, make it more graphic. The characters and colors really shine in I Just Can't Wait to Be King, and it always makes me sad looking at it, especially when you compare it to the new live-action remake of Lion King's version of it. It's just totally not as good. So we can see they continued working on different projects: Pocahontas, Hercules, Tarzan, Emperor's New Groove, Treasure Planet. But what's really interesting is when we look back at some of the movies they made fully themselves. Before, they were working on projects and kind of helping out here and there with different sequences, but eventually they're given the chance to make their own movies, and they made some bangers. They made Mulan, which I actually just watched for the first time in a while recently, and still holds up. It's still really great. I was really shocked to see they didn't actually have that much music. For some reason, I remember all the songs. I thought it'd be a big musical movie, but it really isn't. And of course, Lilo and Stitch, one of my favorite movies. And then they rounded things out in November 2003 with the release of Brother Bear, which I personally feel like is super underrated. There's actually an animation moment in there that I love thinking about. There's a shot where, I can't think of the main character's name, is thinking. And you can see him thinking, and it's really amazing. Especially when you zoom out and realize that this is all just paper and pencil. So whoever animated that, props to you. So I just wanted to share some quick thoughts on that with you guys today. In the comments below, let me know what you think about the Disney Florida Animation Studio. What were some of your favorite projects that they worked on? And did you know it existed? I want to create a channel where we can all hang out and talk about animation, so I'm listening. Drop me a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video.